People who quit without notice. What straw broke the camel's back? It was a shift lead in a kitchen where none of the management knew anything about Bo. I ran grill, saute, expo, and oven solo during every peak shift. I ordered trucks, prepped all week for weekend brunch, wrote kitchen schedules, coordinated kitchen cleaning projects, contacted vendors for repairs, and generally ran the kitchens day to day. I was given the keys and started opening 6 days a week. I was working 50 hours, loving it. I expanded our brunch service to Fridays as well as Saturday, Sunday, and I came up with an early week menu to use up leftover brunch items and minimize waste. I helped grow weekly sales from 45K to 80K in 3 years. I started having issues with closing management on shifts where I wasn't there. I get in at 6 a.m. to open, and the restaurant was left a mess and pre-stocking wasn't completed. I talked to the staff and tried to get them to help out, but I had no support and follow through from the actual managers. This went on for weeks. Then one week I was in at 5 for Friday brunch prep. I was prepping sheets of bacon and went to the back to pull the biscuits I had prepped the day before. I had left them on a speed rack. I found them on a shelf stacked on top of each other. The weight of the trays had smashed every biscuit into single sheets of dough on the lower trays. The speed rack had the dressings and cold items from the line closed the night before. Kate about 9 down from the brunch prep by the time the opening manager showed up at 18:30. We opened at 9. I told her what was left to set up the line. She asked why I was telling her. I laid the sheets of dough in front of her, dropped my keys on top, and walked out. I got nearly 50 calls from them that day and dozens of texts. I didn't respond to a single one. A few days later, the owner of the store called me and asked who he needed to fire to bring me back. I told him I'd pass and ended up finding another job in a day. Yeah, a little over a year later. This restaurant shut down and was demolished to turn the space into a parking garage. The owner was out of state and not involved in the day-to-day. He saw P&L spreadsheets that I built and spoke with the GM weekly. He only spoke with me when he flew in every other month. He owns a lot of seemingly random businesses across the country. They are all in areas he travels frequently, so he can write off all his family travel as a business expense. This was a restaurant he bought because his daughter went to college down the road. Near the end of my time there, we were making 40K profit every month. So he kept it once she graduated. Shortly after I left, I assume it became less profitable because he sold the property. New owners demoed it to build parking,